to the Workforce Connections podcast, where we discuss workforce development in Southern Nevada. Here's your host.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the WC Podcast. Today, we have a very special guest. Let me welcome Joyce Smith, Managing Director of Bank of Nevada. Thank you for being with us, Joyce.
Oh, good morning, and thank you for inviting me. I'm excited about the podcast.
And you're my fellow trustee at the Vegas Chamber.
Absolutely.
We served together there. But first, tell us, for our listeners, tell us where you were born, where you grew up, went to school, college, perhaps your first job, and how you got to Southern Nevada.
I was actually born and raised in New Mexico in a little town called Truth or Consequences, and loved it there. Went to school at New Mexico State University in Las Cruces, where I met my husband 44 years ago. And I have actually 3 daughters, 7 grandchildren, and love life. I mean, everything is so wonderful. But, you know, I actually started and came to Las Vegas about 23 years ago. Lived in Reno prior to that for 11. So I've been in the Valley, you know, almost 34 years in Nevada, and I call that home now. I had the wonderful job of working for a small A&W when I grew up, and I was 14 years old when I had my first job, and I made 35 cents an hour. But I was excited because I also got dinner with that. So my first job was just being a hostess and learning how to count money, how to take really great care of customer service. And I got promoted, you know, and then I got 45 cents an hour. So that 10 cents was pretty exciting to me. So yeah, I am very honored to be part of the Southern Nevada community.
That's awesome, Joyce. I got to ask you a little bit more about that town. Truth or Consequences? How many people live there?
So there's about 5,000 people in the community, the entire county. It was known as Hot Springs, New Mexico, but Bob Barker came in and said if you change the name of the city to Truth or Consequences, which was an old-time movie, most people won't remember it, and that he would come and do a show every year from there and promote this small city. So kind of an exciting little town, but very small. Not very many people, didn't even have a stoplight when I was growing up.
Wow, that sounds really cool. So what issues are in front of mind for Bank of Nevada customers today? I know you serve small, medium, and large businesses. Are the most important issues they're facing access to capital and access and retention of talent, or is there more?
You know, you've kind of hit on 2 of the most important ones today. Those are really paramount with our clients today. You're also seeing supply chain, inflation, cost of goods, not only just finding employees, but finding the right employees. You know, it seems like there's a huge amount of lack of applicants, but then qualified applicants. And many of our businesses feel like they have to settle sometimes with an applicant because they have so few of them that are coming through the door. And they need to not only retain their business, but really try to figure out how to continue to grow those businesses. So, yeah, I mean, today, you know, interest rates are high. But when you look at them as a historical norm, they aren't that high. But still, because we had such a rapid increase in the interest rates over the last 2 years, it really has had an impact on our clients.
Now, during the pandemic, we know those were pretty difficult times because a lot of people had lost their jobs, at least temporarily. Small businesses closed for a while there. And during the worst of it, we had a pilot that we called the Layoff Aversion Pilot. Mm-hmm. We were working with our state partners, the Department of Employment, Training, and Rehabilitation, put forth $900,000 of governor's reserve money to help small businesses in the worst of the pandemic. During that time, Bank of Nevada jumped in and said, we want to partner with you, and you guys gave us an additional $100,000. And at the end, the project helped 88 small businesses retain over 350 people on the payroll. And that was important because, as we know, when people were getting laid off, they weren't having access to money right away. The systems were broken. It was just bad news everywhere you went. And so keeping those people on the payroll, kept businesses still rolling. And we have relationship with those businesses now that helping them hire people and grow again. Tell us why that was important for Bank of Nevada to step in, partner with us to help small businesses, and maybe share with us other ways that makes Bank of Nevada unique and different in the banking industry to help small businesses?
You know, Jaime, we were so proud to come forward and help with that initiative. And we understand that strong communities allow banks to be strong. So if we have a weak community that needs help, you know, it's really up to us to step up and help that community. And I feel that Bank of Nevada has always done that. You know, we're very involved not only with our businesses, but consumers and helping our community thrive. So in doing so, we do so many things. Last year, we had over 2,000 hours that we volunteered to our community to help it. And that's everything from, you know, being on boards of directors with nonprofit organizations to Green Our Planet, where we help teach not only how to grow plants, but how to turn that into a business and how to sell those goods. With that, we had over 66 schools that we supported in the last Green Our Planet. We do financial literacy and to help not only the businesses understand how to have a really solid business plan, but also to be able to how to execute on that and pull in the right partners. You know, we believe that someone needs a really great relationship with their banker, but they also need it with an attorney, with a CPA, and a really great insurance broker, because those are their key partners that need to surround a business and help them be successful. So we do so many things for our community. We do financial literacy for women who are coming out of domestic abuse situations where they maybe were not in control of their finances. So we help them learn how to become independent in that area. So there's so much that we give back to the community on a day-to-day basis by supporting like the Las Vegas Chamber and participating on boards and understanding what's important to our community.
And I know that firsthand because, as we said earlier, you and I served together on the Board of Trustees of the Vegas Chamber. I see Michael at the LVGEA when we meet there. And, of course, we're fortunate to have Jerry Merritt here as a board member at Workforce Connection. So we have a lot of relationships with our colleagues at Bank of Nevada. So tell us what you think. Another thing that we did during the pandemic, because it was a new need that we hadn't seen before. Of course, we've seen recessions and economic slowdowns, but the pandemic presented a whole new wave of challenges, if you will, that we had to navigate. But one of the good things that came out of it was we opened up American job centers that were specific to employers. So employers and job seekers are our two customers, and of course what we're trying to do is solve the equation and connect employers to ready workers. And so the American job centers that are focused on employers, we call them Employee MV Business Hubs. And as you know, the Vegas Chamber, it was the first chamber in the nation to house one of them. Now it's being duplicated, but we also have one at the beautiful Sahara West Library, just a few miles west of here. And Bank of Nevada has been our banking partner there at that location from the very beginning. So why is it important for Bank of Nevada, again, to be a part of this effort that where we are trying to have a place that focuses specifically on the needs of small businesses?
You know, that center is so special to us that we were able to come in and be a partner with you and to really talk about what small businesses, not even small, but mid-sized businesses really need. And so by having that partnership, we're able to really help individuals that are looking to start a business, to maybe expand their business, to maybe in some cases sell the business. You know, they've gotten to the point where they want to pass it on to their children, and how do they do that? And so we're there to provide them not only information on that and access to capital and the different programs that are out there, including SBA 7As and 504s, government programs that are designed to truly help the small to medium-sized business owners. And so by being involved, we're able to provide that level of education and partnership, but also not only that, to help them and connect them with other individuals in our marketplace that may also be able to help them. So we're very honored to kind of be involved in this program and to support that effort.
And we're happy to have you there, Joyce. Yeah. We're grateful that you are our partners and so hands-on with us, side by side, helping small businesses grow, because we know that's the engine of our economy here. The great majority of businesses are small businesses, and they are affected like everybody else in this great labor shortage that we have going on right here. We know that, this is not just a product of the pandemic. When you look at the birthing rates in our country over the last few decades, it's steadily declined. The aging population, as we know, the silver generation is in retirement stage or even increasingly, more people will be retiring. And then we just don't have a pipeline of workers that can match that. We know immigration rates have also declined in this country over the last few decades. And so all of that mixed in with the Great Reset, how people really look at work and what they want from work right now, means that, of course, we have this great labor shortage. How has Bank of Nevada, as an employer, how are they facing this? How are you being able to find, train, and then retain, as you say, the talent you need to do the mission of Bank of Nevada?
That's a great question. We suffer just like everyone else in trying to really identify talent. A couple of things that we do is we have a summer intern program. And so we bring individuals in that are in their junior and senior year of college, let them spend 10 weeks with us, going through and learning a lot about different aspects of banking. And then hopefully when they get ready to actually graduate, they would come back and work with us. So we kind of try to plant that seed a little bit earlier on before they graduate. Once they do decide to come with us, we have a commercial banking training program. And it's a program that actually takes about a year for them to go through and really learn about the bank in even more detail and actually work hands-on in different departments. So after that program is finished, they can actually say what part of the banking industry they would like to work in. We also, like everyone else, try to create that atmosphere where people want to come to work. But we also realize that the workforce today wants something different. They want that flexibility. So we provide flex opportunities for people, to work at home one day a week, to be able to, take their kids to the doctor, to be able to be flexible, which is important because people need that balance between work and home. And sometimes that's hard to balance. So we really try to make sure that we're in tune with our employees, their needs. And if they're happy, we hope they go out and encourage people to come and work with us because, that's the greatest thing is to have a referral. Come work with me at Bank of Nevada. We're a great bank. We've been in this community a very long time. And we want you to come and work with us on a day-to-day basis. That's
a great, number one, it's great to hear that Bank of Nevada is adjusting that way to the times. That's a great pitch also at the end there to see if you want to be in banking, why not talk to Bank of Nevada first?
Absolutely.
So this is the part of our podcast where we'd like to open up the mic to you for any final thoughts or any events that perhaps are coming up in the next few months with Bank of Nevada. I know one of them that I enjoy is Oktoberfest because you guys always invite us to that. But is there any other program that you want our listeners to hear about? That they can go visit the website or however you like people to engage with Bank of Nevada?
Absolutely. We have an economic forum that's coming up. That will be in August. And so we'll make sure that individuals get invited to that, really kind of talking about where our economy is today, what's those leading indicators, and what's kind of happening as far as growth in not only Southern Nevada, but in Nevada as a whole. So that's coming up, and that's something we do every year for our clients to just help them understand where things are today economically. We just had a wonderful podcast and webinar on something called IntraFi, and that's going to be on our website for you to go out and kind of look at. But IntraFi is a process in which you can actually get additional FDIC insurance. And I know a lot of people out there are concerned about where the banking and financial industry is today. This is a program that allows you to have liquidity and access to your money, but also have it FDIC insured without you having to go around and open accounts at every bank around town. So it's a wonderful program. It helps you to understand what FDIC insurance is, how it works, and how a program can protect you to make sure that during these times that things are still a little bit wobbly out there. And unfortunately, we've seen some things happen in our industry that we were looped into that we had nothing to do with, but because we're a regional bank, most regional banks were impacted. So we want to make sure that we educate our customers and anyone out there about ways that you can do that. So go out and look at that information on our website. And we continue to have, panel discussions, and we're out there trying to help educate individuals on the ways to have access to capital. So as an example, I'll be talking to the Urban Chamber tomorrow about how to really look in, how to build a relationship with your banker to help understand how to access capital, what programs are available, what's available through the state, what's available through the federal government, and to really help them understand how to have access and use that money to help stabilize and grow their businesses.
That's wonderful, Joyce. And we'll make sure to have the website for our viewers on our YouTube channel here on the screen.
Yeah.
But tell us one more time the website for our listeners for the bank is?
Yeah, www.bankofnevada.com.
There you go. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate you being here with the podcast today, and hope to have you back another time soon.
Well, I was honored to be here, and thank you. Great questions, great community, and thank you for what you do for the community, because without the efforts that you have, many businesses would not be able to keep their doors open. You help connect workers with opportunities, and that's why we love supporting you.
Well, we love having you as partners. Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for another episode of the WC Podcast. We look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, stay safe. Well, Joyce, thank you for staying over to doing our bonus segment called Against the Wall. Our first category is called Your Favorites. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Tell us your favorite food.
My favorite food, Mexican.
The favorite meal that you like to cook.
Oh, I don't cook, so scrambled eggs.
All right. Your favorite musical group or artist.
Oh, I would have to say George Strait.
Favorite movie.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, I love that one. Favorite book.
The last one I read is The One Thing by Gary Keller.
Your favorite holiday.
Christmas.
Your favorite sports team.
The Vegas Golden Knights. Knights.
Yes, we were just talking about that. Now Stanley Cup winners, right?
I know, so exciting.
So awesome. All right, that was the first segment. The second one is called Tough Choices, where I'm going to give you two choices. You're going to have to pick one. Are you ready?
Okay.
Vacation or staycation?
Vacation.
Drive to your vacation spot or fly there?
I would have to say drive there.
And once you get there, stay in a hotel or an Airbnb?
RV.
Would you rather spend a day by the ocean or hiking in the mountains?
Ocean.
Would you rather retire on a ranch or in the city?
Ranch.
Here's a hard one. Actions or words?
Words.
Justice or grace?
Justice.
All right, you made it through the second segment. The last one is called Finish the Sentence. I'm going to give you about 90% of a sentence. You're going to finish it for me. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
If Joyce could visit any place in the world, it would be?
The pyramids.
The best part of living in Southern Nevada is?
Working for Bank of Nevada.
Awesome. And Joyce's favorite thing about her job is?
Working with our community.
If Joyce could travel back in time, she would travel to?
Wow. I don't know. I guess I would travel to when I was 21.
Yes.
And know what I know today, I would be dangerous.
That's right. 3 words that describe Joyce are?
Integrity, fun, and focus.
I agree. And doing the WC podcast here today with us was?
Incredible. I had a great time.
Awesome, Joyce. Well, thank you for doing the podcast and the bonus segment with us today.
Thank you.